Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Barber and this is my audience. This is my informative speech for my Foundations of Oral Communications class. And today we will learn about the secret lives of cadavers. The earliest records of human cadaver dissection dates back to Greece in the 200s BCE and was practiced sporadically until the burning of Alexandria in 389 AD. As Christianity spread through Europe in the Middle Ages, it was prohibited and even considered blasphemous to dissect human bodies. It wasn't until the 12th and early 13th centuries, when scientific advances were taking place in medieval Europe, that human dissection was not completely accepted, but not determined to be unlawful either. The Murder Act of 1752 allowed the bodies of executed prisoners to be used for medical research. However, by the 19th century, execution rates dropped, causing a demand for cadavers that was not being met. As a result of this shortage, the procurement of bodies was done through illegal means, such as body snatching, grave robbing, and even murder. These illegal practices later led to the Anatomy Act of 1832 that allowed the medical use of unclaimed bodies and later the practice of body donation became more acceptable. Today, the use of cadavers is more widely accepted and is practiced worldwide. Because it is not federally regulated, it is difficult to get an exact number of the amount of bodies that are donated, but an estimated 20,000 people per year donate their bodies in the United States. Cadavers continue a life all on their own after death. Most of them are teachers, some are medical participants, crash test dummies, and even actors. Cadavers carry a heavy workload. They are most helpful in the medical field, where students and practicing physicians can work on a subject that can feel no pain. They can use cadavers to develop new procedures without the risk of losing live patients. Cosmetic surgeons utilize heads to practice their procedures on. Cadavers are also used for organ and tissue donation. Physical therapists study their musculoskeletal systems. Pharmaceutical companies test new drugs, and they have been beneficial for research for diseases such as Alzheimer's. Cadavers can also be crime fighters. At the University of Tennessee's Forensic Anthropology Center, in an area known as the Body Farm, bodies are placed throughout their 2-acre outdoor research facility for observation of the various stages of decomposition, where a body decays and under what conditions can prove to be beneficial to law enforcement agencies. Because a dog's sense of smell is thousands of times stronger than a human's, police departments' canine units are using cadaver dogs. These pups are trained to smell out remains by becoming familiar with the smell of donated cadavers. Cadavers are world travelers too. Traveling exhibits such as Bodies Revealed and Body Works showcases preserved human bodies that are displayed in different poses. The preservation process is called plastination. This makes the bodies easier to pose. The procedure is where the body's fats and waters are removed and silicone rubber is put in its place. Though controversial, this exhibit shows the human body in ways that the average person would not normally see otherwise. Some cadavers make their way to Hollywood. Several films are said to have used real cadavers as opposed to props for their shots. In the 1982 movie Poltergeist, real skeletons were used in the pool scene where the mother, played by Jo Beth Williams, falls in and is attacked. Other films that have been said to have used cadavers were Apocalypse Now, Dawn of the Dead, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the controversial Chinese anti-war film Men Behind the Sun. Some movies even depict the procurement of cadavers. In the 1945 horror film The Body Snatcher, Boris Karloff, a local cab driver and resurrectionist, secures bodies for a local doctor. Cadavers boldly go where they are needed. For 60 years, cadavers have been used as crash test dummies by automakers, but in 2007, NASA used several cadavers to test the Orion space capsule, which was intended for future manned missions. The cadavers were used in the development of spacesuits and test landing systems. Testing what a cadaver can endure during travel can ensure safer trips for their living counterparts. The cadavers were also helpful in seeing what the effects of radiation can have on the body. In some cases, Cadavers can have exciting lives after death, but nobody can say they aren't useful. The history of bodies used for dissection is a long one, and now they have found more ways to be useful. Thank you very much.